How's it going, everybody? Welcome back. Today, we're going to look at amazing Yamaguchi Deadpool version 2.0, series number 025. Oh, I got to go to the bathroom. Bad. You know what? Quick look at the other box for the X-Force version. And, oh, I got to go to the bathroom. Bad. Smell you later. I don't know if these boxes were put together with the intention of them reading as if they were talking to each other, but I couldn't help but catch that. Because it really doesn't work if you put smell you later first, right? Smell you later. Oh, I got to go to the bathroom. Bad. I mean, I don't know. I guess it might work, but not really. But if you read it like this, it works really great, So I just wanted to share that. Silly things. The option parts. Very nice. Yep. Let's get them out. That's a cool little shot right there. Let's take a quick look at the accessories that he comes with. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 additional pairs of hands. And the ones that he has on the fig would make 6 pairs of hands. He has 3 additional head portraits. 2 enormous Bowie knives. 1 sai with a purple handle, very cool. The other being there. Don't hurt him, buddy. That's a cool looking fig. We're going to take a close look at that in a second. He comes with 2 katanas. I have 1 sheathed and 1 out. But we'll take a closer look at that also. The head portrait that he has on right now is not the one that came in the package. I actually swapped that one in. I like that little chagrin he has going on there. Very cool. This little pouch was on his thigh here. And I swapped that out so that I could swap in this pistol. And we'll also take a closer look at that. I'll show you the side-by-side comparison of the small accessory packs. This is the X-Force, since he doesn't have any of his accessories with him right now. And his eyes are all red. And you just swap those out with these black patches here. You just kind of like pull them out and swap these in. These would be the eyes for the X-Force, and these would be the eyes for the traditional red and black Deadpool. You see his white eyes there, and I'll bring in the X-Force really quickly so you can see the red eyes. And he's like, whoop, talk to the hand, bud. Photo op. We'll do a really close comparison of them when we get to that part. All right, so let's go ahead and look at Deadpool's articulation. All right, and looking at the shoulders and the chest here, they don't have the traditional butterfly joint. What they have are these blades that the entire arm rests on. And I'm going to bring this blade as far forward as I can. As you see that strap kind of move forward, I'll show you from the other angle. This blade here kind of like swivels all the way back, so I have both of them back now, and I'll splay them forward like this. Bam. So that is outstanding range. Instead of a typical butterfly joint, that blade there is really cool. The biceps have a cut and a swivel. Very, very nice. You have swivel and rotation at the forearm, and you've got a killer joint there where you can literally touch the fingertips to the shoulder. Impressive. And of course, you've got rotation and swivel and all kind of angular stuff going on there at the hand and the wrist. You've got the upper diaphragm cut, which combined with the waist will give you this much lean to one side and this much lean to the other. But then in terms of crunch, you'll get all that crunch forward. And of course, he can still look forward as he does that. Sayonara, sayonara. Very nice. And you got rotation at the upper diaphragm cut and the waist. The legs will give you an outstanding split because of the unique nature of the swivel in the thigh. It doesn't just rotate around. This cut, when you try to swivel the leg, it actually, because of the angle that's in there, it rotates the leg outward. Very cool. And that allows for some great posing. In the boot, you have rotation, and you've got that awesome, I'll do it with the other leg. You've got this awesome shin rocker going on. That is at the shin, you know, and that is great for giving you some more angles when you're doing your posing. Very nice. The feet will give you rotation. They'll give you some outstanding rocker, and they'll give you the toe point of articulation. And you're going to do amazing dun-dun-thump poses with these figs every single time. Let's go ahead now and put his stuff back on. So looking at how we adorn these awesome figs, we're going to just slot, at least my preference, one pistol there by the calf, another pistol over here by the thigh. I know it might look weird, but I am going to attach a knife here to this peg. I'm sorry, to that slot. Bam. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Over here. Bam. Nice stuff. Rotate that down. And I like that look. It's like that overkill kind of commando look. I'm feeling that. Let's not be ready. Let's be super ready. What's that you got? A cockroach problem? Well, I've got a blowtorch. That kind of solution I'm going for. All right, so let's keep setting them up. A quick look at them side by side so you can kind of like feel them out and make your own pick. Which is your fave? Like I mentioned, I started out with the X-Force as the one of the two that I was most looking forward to in the pre-order. But right now, I'm definitely leaning black and red. I really do like how the black wash stands out on the gray. It does look nice. But you do get a sense here by the darkness on the center of the torso that there is a black wash on that red also. And I kind of do see a little bit of it here inside the forearm. I'm really digging the black and red, and I like that you have that additional layer with the brown. You know, something that is lacking here with the gray on gray with the black. You know, you do have the silver accents in a lot of the buckles. That is pretty much identical. And scope-wise, they are identical figs. Obviously, the straps are brown here, whereas here they're black. The pouches are the same. On the red and black Deadpool, I have the Bowie knives attached to his harness. So you see that missing here on the X-Force version. But otherwise, they're identical figs. The down to the wrinkles in their suits, they are identical. The straps down on the boots. And they're both stunning. I like them both very, very much. I like both color palettes. I think they're both very, very well done. Here we have the katanas on the back. And to me, I think the brown is kind of like just pushing this a little bit over the top in terms of my preference. I really like the dark brown wash on the leather brown. Really nice. And it's just giving it that extra, I don't know, kind of like that feel of like realism, you know? That brown leather. Very, very cool. Two awesome figs. No offense, X-Force Deadpool. But I'm going red and black. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. All right, let's look at some action poses in play. A very nice look at two very different dynamic poses from both of them. I've got the open hand here with X-Force Deadpool using as a base to keep him up. Please take careful note of I'm using the full ankle rocker on that back left leg activated so it can be flat on the floor, giving him an additional base. His right leg is also flat on the floor, so that is giving you yet more solid foundation. And you can also see here that the knee pad that I mentioned earlier, which is really stiff and rigid, it is giving him additional support there. I've got his upper diaphragm activated to give him twist. I've got the waist activated, giving him more crunch to the side. I've got his blades of his shoulders activated on this side to bring the arm forward and on this side to bring the arm back, giving him that base here. With traditional Deadpool, I've got other stuff going on. I've got a little bit of the toe activated here with the ankle rocker. As you can see by the exposed cut here of the shin by the boot, I've got that boot rocker, shin rocker activated, I'm going to call it, giving him some more angle there, and we'll look at that in a second. I've got the thigh here splayed ever so slightly out to the side, and I've got the leg brought forward on that side. The real angular stuff going on with this Deadpool is in that blade, that shoulder blade, which is pulled all the way down so he can reach way forward, as you can see there. And we have all the crunching going on in the diaphragm and in the waist for this gentleman, in addition to his head being articulated as far upward as it can so he can look straight down the barrels of his pistols. Very, very nice. I like how my Bowie knife is sticking out here, and it just looks really tough with those brown straps. Very, very cool. Very nice. Let me give you some different angles of these poses. Watch out, because he is aiming at the camera. He is aiming at the camera, and I like how his eyes are looking down the barrels of those pistols. Very cool. I'll bring X-Force Deadpool around. I just wanted to see what he looked like from that angle, and I'll bring him around also so that he is letting off at the camera. He doesn't have to take so far back. There we go. Very cool. Two very tough dudes that happen to be the same dude. He's a dude playing another dude playing another dude. Next pose. Two more very different looks. We've got kind of like a kneeling down, interrupted mid-meditation, chagrin on his face, reaching for his side Bowie knife with his katana in hand. So somebody definitely interrupted him while he was in a happy place. And I just wanted to illustrate, look at that toe articulation, flat on the ground, both feet. And I mean, that calf is basically touching the back of that thigh. I am activating the waist cut and the diaphragm cut and the rotation and the rocker in this elbow. As you can see here, I've got the shoulder hiding that joint. I've lifted it up to a higher plane there. Here, I've got the shoulder turned in a little bit so I could hide this joint from the front when I give you kind of that look, so that that joint kind of like folds into the ripples of the muscle. Really nice. Digging it. I'm actually digging that head portrait, I think, the most out of all the head portraits on X-Force Deadpool. And again, I'm going back and forth because they have the exact same articulation. They're basically the same fig, just different paint palettes. And here we've just got like a slight rotation of the torso here at the waist, activating the ankle rocker. I've got the splayed hand reaching for his katana. Really, really chill. And I've got one arm extended out with the pistol. Whoa. Very, very cool. And I am so happy that I picked this duo up. I like them the way they complement each other. This could be like a multiverse scenario where there was just two Deadpools at the same place at the same time. There you go. You can relax, buddy. Nobody's going to harm you. You're in good company. Put your katana right there. Very, very nice. Because you got to figure if you have a Deadpool, one is definitely going to do something like that. Super cool stuff. I'm going to bring out a couple of other figs just to give you a sense of scale really quickly. I will bring out my amazing Yamaguchi cable, and I'll get him in the back because he's enormous. And I didn't realize this until I reviewed the X-Force Deadpool the other day. But this guy is absolutely enormous. So I'll fan him out there in the back. I'm going to bring out an Origins fig because I'm a big fan of He-Man, and the Origins line is rocking. So you can see how our Deadpool scales there. And again, they're the same size. So what we see here with X-Force Deadpool is the size we're going to get across the board. I'm going to bring out one of my Mythic Legions. I will bring out Belphegor. And these are big, brawny style figs. And you see how he scales there. I will bring out the only Marvel Legends that I have out and available, and I will bring out the Red Skull and put him right there. Mesco Vapor available for us here, and I'll just bring He-Man over and I'll put Vapor right next to Deadpool there so you can get a sense for scale. And last but not least, I will bring out my notorious B.I.G. from Super 7 Reaction. We'll get him over here in the front. Baby, baby! As always, everybody, I'm having so much fun taking time out to re-enjoy the experience of collecting toys and the art and everything about them, but also nowadays taking that time to share the experience with all of you. I hope you're able to keep coming back and share some more experiences too. Until next time, everybody, take care.